Session about the 2026 Green Bay Sustainable Business Accelerator. We're glad to have you and we look forward to welcoming you to the Accelerator program. So, I'll start by taking a moment to introduce the Sustainable Business Council. At SBC, our mission is to accelerate the adoption of sustainability by integrating it into business strategies and operations, driving long term impact. We do that in a few ways. Membership is a big part of what we do at SBC, really focused on both equipping businesses and the folks within businesses, but also to build sustainability leaders, both for those working in sustainability currently and those moving into sustainability related roles. A little bit more about me. My name is Krista Kananen, and in addition to my role as the Associate Director of SBC, I also chair the City of Green Bay's Sustainability Commission. And like many communities across our state and nation, the City of Green Bay has recognized that sustainability efforts are vital to our social, environmental, and economic future, and is taking steps to equip the community with the tools, resources, and guidance needed as we collectively navigate this space that's new and ever evolving. So, toward this effort, the city has established several plans to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and improve climate resilience across our community. The Green Bay Sustainable Business Accelerator aligns with these plans by helping businesses establish the foundational sustainability practices needed and implement nature based solutions to improve community outcomes. Through a generous grant from the Daybreak Fund, SBC is excited to support this effort by hosting a Sustainable Business Accelerator cohort for up to 10 businesses in Green Bay in 2026, completely free. So, the Sustainable Business Accelerator is a hands on, expert supported cohort for businesses to measure and improve their environmental impacts, implement nature based solutions that reduce costs and risks, and contribute to the community's broader clean energy and resilience goals. It's specifically for businesses operating in the city of Green Bay with less than 500 employees. The cohort itself will run April through June 2026. We'll get into some more of the specifics in a bit. It'll be held in person, location TBD, but somewhere within the city limits of Green Bay, very likely. It's really the goal of this program is that local business leadership is essential to achieving Green Bay's climate and resilience goals. And we want to empower local businesses to contribute not only to those goals, but to do it in a way that really improves and supports their business outcomes as well. And again, this program is going to be offered in 2026 for free thanks to a grant from the Daybreak Fund. So we've been doing this a long time, long enough to know that sometimes it's helpful to start by defining our terms. So we want to define a few terms that you'll hear throughout this presentation, but also throughout the accelerator should you choose to participate. First, sustainability. This can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different folks, sometimes with positive connotations, sometimes with negative connotations. At SBC, the way we define sustainability is a business growth strategy that creates long term stakeholder value by seizing opportunities and managing risks related to a company's environmental and social impacts. Essentially, it's helping companies navigate the changing social and environmental landscape to set them up for long term success. Nature based solutions is another term you're going to hear over and over throughout this initiative. Nature based solutions are practical projects that use natural systems and processes like vegetation, soil health, and natural landscaping to manage environmental impacts such as stormwater runoff, energy demand, or habitat loss, while improving resilience for businesses and their surrounding community. So we look forward to welcoming you to the 2026 Green Bay Sustainable Business Accelerator. If all of that sounds relevant and interesting to you and you meet those criteria. Throughout this program, participating businesses are going to be equipped with the foundational sustainability practices across each one of the environmental impact areas you see listed here. Um, we're going to help companies determine their sustainability priorities, identify their impacts, determine their priorities, give them tools to measure and track their metrics and their priority impact areas, and then identify nature based solutions that can help your business improve its environmental impacts. In addition to tools and educational resources, you'll also receive practical step by step guidance from program experts with high touch support and coaching and a peer learning environment. Not only will you be supported through establishing a sustainability management program, your achievements will also be promoted and celebrated throughout the community. So, a little extra boost to your community awareness and marketing efforts. So again, if that sounds interesting, applications to participate in the program are due January 30th of 2026. So you have about 6 weeks from today's December 9th date to register or apply for participation in the program. We will select up to 10 participants in February of 2026, and we'll notify all participants. We'll respond to all folks who applied to participate in the program, but those who are selected, up to 10 will be selected. You'll all be notified of whether you were selected or not, and you can look for that in February of 2026. The cohort will then run April through June of 2026. So we'll have 6 sessions. Sessions will run every 2 weeks, likely the first and third week of the month, although that hasn't been finalized. And we're looking for input from potential participants about what kind of schedule works best for you. But at this point, we're targeting 6 biweekly sessions. It'll be about 2 hours each. And we'll also have some optional coaching available for you throughout that 3 month period. From July through September of 2026 will be the window to implement the nature based solutions you identified as applicable to your situation. And then we'll celebrate your achievements and promote your participation in October of 2026. Because this is so aligned with nature-based solutions, we wanted to take a few minutes to share with you what kind of nature-based solutions might come up as part of this, or things that you might anticipate as we near the end of the fiscal year for many companies. We recognize that some of you may need or want to include a budget for some of this in your 2026 planning. So you can see on the screen some options around nature-based solutions for different applications. We are asking that each participating business commit to implementing at least one nature-based solution. So that can be as significant as, redoing some parking lots with permeable pavement or walkways, right? Maybe you know that you need a new parking lot or a new sidewalk. It's a great opportunity to consider investing in permeable pavement for those options. It might be things like native planting and habitat restoration. There's some great benefits, not only to, stormwater runoff. It's great for biodiversity, right? Promoting local plants that are native to this area. And then it is also beautiful, right? So maybe it's, planting pocket of native plantings on your property. Also, vegetation that can reduce energy demand. That can be a nature based solution. So maybe it's planting some trees in an area that can shield your facility from the sun during summer months, or increase visibility when the leaves fall off in the winter, allowing sun to come through and help heat your building. So, vegetation strategically planted can be a nature based solution. Another option might be reclaiming nutrients from compostable waste and using that on your property, right, to improve soil health, or partnering with a local garden or farm to improve the soil health throughout our community. So there are lots of options. We're going to explore this concept a lot during the cohort, but we wanted to start by giving an idea of what are nature-based solutions and some early ideas about what kind of nature-based solutions might be available to you as part of this cohort. It can be as big or as small as makes sense for your business. And this aspect of the program is really in support of the City of Green Bay's Green Stormwater Infrastructure Plan. That's available. You can Google that, you can find it on the city's website. But part of this initiative is really to support the City of Green Bay's existing plans. They've already done the work to figure out what needs to happen in our community to really improve our resilience through climate shifts over the next um, 10 to 50 years. And that's all outlined in the Green Bay Stormwater Infrastructure Plan. So if you're interested, you want to learn more about what some of those options might be kind of ahead of time, you can check out that plan. There's also a Clean Energy Green Bay plan that outlines the reasons for and plan to support a community shift toward clean energy by 2050. So this initiative, again, emphasizes nature-based solutions in support of the City of Green Bay's existing plans for how to help our community move toward impact in those areas. So zooming out again, if you're thinking, hey, that sounds kind of good, maybe I'm interested, I want to learn a little bit more, here's what you can expect to get out of participation in the Green Bay Sustainable Business Accelerator. One, a company specific materiality matrix. For those of you who are new to sustainability, a materiality matrix is a pretty straightforward standard way of graphically representing your sustainability priorities. So we'll equip you with the tools to develop a company specific materiality matrix as part of evaluating your priority impact areas. We'll support you through developing baseline impact metrics tracking in energy and greenhouse gas emissions, water impacts, and waste generation, and waste to landfill. We'll also provide coaching and hands on support from me and our team of subject matter experts. You'll have, in addition to kind of that expert perspective, you'll also be a part of a cohort of your peers to really take advantage of that peer learning and collaborative environment. Our goals through this and what we think you'll take away from this, in addition to the kind of tangible outcomes that you see here, some of the intangible outcomes include making sustainability understandable and actionable. This is something we hear from folks all the time, that they like the idea of sustainability as a concept, but they're not really sure how to put that into action within their business. So, part of our promise to you through this process is that we'll help make sustainability understandable and actionable, not just in theory, but for your business specifically. We'll also be taking an integrated and strategic approach, meaning that we're going to help you focus on your priority impact areas and give you the tools and language to navigate and communicate with your stakeholders about which areas are priorities and which areas are not, and why. And how that is informing the action that you take in sustainability. So again, the thing we like to say in SBC is that we help companies move from random acts of sustainability to a strategic and integrated approach that really drives impact and results through your organization. So it's another promise to you through this process is that we'll take that area, really empowering you to focus on your priority areas. We're also going to help you build a strong foundation for long term resilience. That specifically means, again, understanding what some of your potential risks and opportunities are in terms of social and environmental impact, and then also ways that you can leverage what you're doing to manage and realize those risks and opportunities, to communicate that to your stakeholders to drive additional value creation, which includes economic value, but also other forms of value for your stakeholders. So that could be your customers, your employees, your community, your regulators. There are a lot of stakeholders in your business, and having a strong foundation and trust with those stakeholders is really key to long-term resilience. And that's the last promise we have to you is that through this process, we will be supporting you to strengthen your reputation and really strengthen that trust with your stakeholders. Because that's really what sustainability is about, is partnering with your stakeholders to create long-term value and doing that in a high integrity way that facilitates trust in that process. So, kind of zooming into some specific logistics, we've covered a lot of this, but to kind of bring it all together, um, companies that are eligible to participate in this would be businesses. This can be businesses of any kind. It can be folks with one employee, 25 employees, 150 employees. As long as you have less than 500 employees, you're eligible. And you don't have to be a for profit business. This includes nonprofits. So if you are a small nonprofit and this work sounds interesting and exciting to you, we strongly encourage you to apply. So businesses with fewer than 500 employees operating within the city limits of Green Bay. That's important because this work really aligns with the city of Green Bay's existing energy and climate resilience plans. So we're focused and prioritizing folks operating within the city limits of Green Bay. We also need you to have control over your facility land use. So it doesn't mean you have to own the facility, but you have to have control over the land use around the facility. And that's specifically so that you have the ability to install a nature-based solution. Again, anything from planting, plants to improving soil health to restoring habitats to green stormwater infrastructure. You'll learn about a lot of opportunities for nature-based solutions, but we do need participants to have the capacity and control over their facility to be able to install those. And then finally, a demonstrated interest in leveraging sustainability strategically. Sustainability really has most impact when it's integrated into how you do business, not just a check the box activity. So we're really looking to offer this opportunity for free participation to those folks who are going to take advantage of that strategic opportunity to leverage sustainability to improve their business. The time commitment that we'll ask from you is to participate in 6 sessions, 2 hours each, in person in Green Bay between April and June 2026. Between that and your homework or work outside of those sessions, we expect the commitment to be about 20 hours total. Um, we expect that participants will participate in all sessions. Of course, if something comes up or you can't be there, you could send a proxy, someone from your organization to participate in your stead, or we can make arrangements with you. That's not something that we want to have hinder participation. However, each session will be unique and will focus on a different topic. So participation in each session will be very important. We also expect that participants will be open to collaborating with the coaches, partners, and partner organizations, and your peers in the cohort. So come with a collaborative attitude. We're going to ask that you through our tools and resources that we'll provide, establish baseline metrics to measure energy use, greenhouse gas emissions, water, and waste. If you already have processes in place to do that, that's okay. You don't have to convert that to our methods, but we do ask that you would come prepared to establish baseline metrics in those areas. And then finally, willingness to implement at least one nature-based solution project in Q3 of 2026. If there's a nature-based solution that you really want to implement that you identify through this process, but you can't get it into the budget or into the timeline for 2026, that's not a deal breaker. However, we will be giving priority to those companies who can commit to implementing at least one nature-based solution in Q3 of 2026. If all of this sounds interesting to you, you can scan this QR code or go to the link you see here to access the online registration form. Again, remember the deadline to apply is January 30th, 2026. We will be giving priority to businesses who are in identified priority subbasins that align with the City of Green Bay's um, Green Stormwater Infrastructure Plan, or are located in or serving underserved folks in our community. Again, if you're selected to participate, you'll be notified in February of 2026. If you're not selected to participate and you applied, you'll also be notified in February of 2026. You're always free to reach out to us if you need a little bit more insight and you want to know, like, hey, I applied, can you give me like are we talking 20% chance, 50% chance, or 80% chance that I'm going to get in? We're happy to have that conversation. But again, biggest thing, make sure you apply by January 30th, and we will let you know either way by February of 2026. So hold the space for April through June if you submit your application, and you will for sure know by February of 2026. So again, we're here to be a resource to you. Even if you went through this process and you said, you know what, I don't think I meet the qualifications for this, or this isn't what I hoped it would be, that's okay. We're still here to be a resource to you. Our contact information is available here on the screen. That QR code is the same one you saw on the last slide that'll get you to the application. But if you want to learn more about SBC, you can visit our website at sustainablebusinesscouncil.org. And we look forward to partnering with you to build a more sustainable future for all. Thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you as part of the Green Bay Sustainable Business Accelerator.